Hello, hello. We have a really good match here. I was actually muted my mic because I had to draw and restream this match. Apparently there's no one around on Sunday afternoon. This happened last Sunday too. Because people are just touching grass on Sunday. Except for me. Imagine going around when they have ThatOneGuy and JLambsy playing, missing this match. Like, couldn't be me. But ThatOneGuy has been here since MT16. Not a very long time in terms of years, but a very long time in terms of races because I joined a bunch of races unofficially. It was the Maurice of MT16 because in MT13 Maurice and I joined basically every race and I did kind of average, but Maurice was beating everyone and that one guy was beating everyone in MT16 unofficially. And JLambsy, who comparatively we have a very low history, but the history we have indicates that it's super good. Speaking of the history we do have, that one guy went to Tigers, Castlevania Bloodlines, Tiger 64 and Ninja City, Sokoban. Not really Sokoban, but kind of puzzle script like. Then be Easy Mad and Out of Gas or Game Boy Color Classic. At least here, no one else knows the game exists. But we've played that one a lot. Epic played in that extremely close Cheap-Booth race. I think it was down to less than a minute at the end. Very different strategies. Then finally had the Wizards run ended by Paris V5, so unsurprisingly, in a Game Boy puzzle game, Amazing Tater. JLambsy also beat Easy Mad. I guess Easy Mad at this point doesn't know who to root for. Oh no, has lost to Easy Mad. Yeah, I remember because of the Sokoban, did not really like the Sokoban game. So I ended up getting dropped to Lizards at the very first match. Then went on a tear in Lizards, beating McNolan and Grimhook, Mondo Modita Castilla, Dragos on Molobo, Beta Forever on Splatterhouse, Phillies on Pegidun, Glory on Aladdin. It was really the platformer run that brought him here. Through a puzzle, got down to Lizards, and then through a bunch of platformers.
Hello, FFAO, and hello, Mystery Funhouse.
Oh.
What do we got going on here today? Oh my god, is this a top 8 feeder match?
It is.
Oh my god, JLambsy has so many matches, they had to scroll down. JLambsy losing in the first match and then surviving the loser's bracket all the way to the top 8 feeder, maximizing the games they played. Meanwhile, that one guy was all winners until the last match, in which they became the first loser there against Ferris and Amazing Tater. So today we're going to be seeing which one of these actually stays in the tournament and gets to grace the stage of GDQ's top 8 next. Not next, but the weekend after that weekend. How are you doing out there, lovely little chat? I assume FFA. I was just doing a bunch of stuff inside. Or I'm talking to air.
I can hear you. I don't know if they can hear you. I imagine so.
I figure as much. I was just making terrible jokes. All right.
Just a bit worried at the moment because that one guy said that the game wasn't running well for him. Apparently fixed it now.
Fair. Well, I'll go ahead and work on the back end here to help you get everything set up as well, just in terms of stream cropping when it comes up and the like. But yeah, we got. I'm excited. Like we've gotten so much tournament done at this point. We've gotten so far. We have what? That one guy fought against Dragus in Castlevania Bloodlines, a very classic. We got Tiger 64 beating Tiger 64 in Stingy Seating. We got Easy Matt and Out of Gas, a classic Game Boy Color game. We got Clades in Sheep With, where you have to fly around and pick up sheep. And then Ferris and Amazing Tater, which is basically Sokoban, but with gates. Meanwhile, JLambsy losing to Easy Matt and Edge Not Found, and then beating Acnol and Poet Noob, Dragon's Meta Forever, Relies, Polaris, Sum 1325. In a lot of games, honestly, it's just too much for me to read. JLambsy has been killing it. Just like, oh, you losers are losers, I'm gonna remove you. I will be the filter.
Like Mario said, it's maximizing the terrorization of the losers bracket.
Yeah, it's the MT trick. You lose your first match so that way you can have, like, your play 17 others. The others wouldn't get. You see anybody else with that long-ass list there?
That is the longest list possible because Lost and Wizards won.
What sort of fractal nonsense am I looking at? Anyway.
Still having a bit of technical issues here with the game.
Yep, that's why I ain't revealing it. I'm only telling you that fractals may or may not exist within this realm. You just, gotta take a point called Z in the complex plane and let Z1 be Z squared plus C, Z2 is Z1 squared plus C, and Z3 is Z2 squared plus C, and so on. A good point with Simple Sarah. They're saying it's an interesting matchup between lost on the top 8 qualifying match and has gone through an entire losers bracket. Sorry, lizards bracket. I did the same thing. I was going to skip and say lizards bracket, but then I read it. Then I read your thing verbatim, which was kind of makes my sorry kind of not exist.
I got it wrong so much that the name might as well be Losers, Sorry, Lizards bracket at this point. What I always end up saying.
it's the Wizards and Losers, sorry, Lizards bracket. Yes, Harp, you have been in this place before, the Mystery Funhouse. Well, we're here rocking our wonderful matches. It looks like we may have to redraw this one. It looks like we are redrawing this one. Both players have decided their redraw needs to happen because unfortunately we do have technical errors, folks. So there will be just a moment here while we get everything going together. Meanwhile, we're going to stare. We're going to stare at water, apparently. That's what I was going to try to pull up something on the side and be like, oh, here's a thing, but then I realized that I can't. All right, we're going to... I wonder, can I actually, like... Can I do this? Is this a thing I can actually do?
What's happening? I'm scared.
You should be. Alright, folks. If this is correct, and this works this way, I've just realized. Oh, this doesn't... Oh, what? What? This doesn't have what I thought it does. It just grabs it and lets you view the 3D scene. Ah! This webpage did not work the way I expected it. I didn't know you could do this. I'm gonna go look for small Amy. Does she show up at any time soon now? No, I guess not while the cards are there. Ain't seen anybody. Does it not orbit? Following the sun. I was gonna draw on the screen, but then things didn't happen. Or it didn't work that way. Oh.
I think that might be only on the racing.
Can I just do this? We're looking to see if I can just do this. Nope. Okay. Well, I was going to jokingly say let's play some Pictionary while we wait, but I can't draw on that screen, so quick. Oh, nope, you're already setting up the new game. The new game. Ah, I see. This is a really easy game to set up too.
Yeah, we shouldn't have technical issues with this game at least.
Yeah, I highly expect we will not.
We did have issues with none of the races being particularly happy with it, but don't you get a mystery tournament sometimes?
Well, I don't get to see the cool game with the things happening, but I do get to see this potentially. You know who else gets to see this? You, my friendly friendos in the funhouse. We've got this match getting set up pretty quickly here because of, well, it's a simple game to set up. Meanwhile, I'm going to use the restroom. I will be right back.
Apparently it's Final Fantasy. It does sound that way. Yeah, I fixed it on the stream too, so... because different streamers use different brainwave stations, it's often messed up when it... But yeah, Yoko is one of my favorite game composers. All of her soundtracks are so good. Welcome back, bro.
That was a bad joke. Ack! I'll be right back again.
I didn't get what the joke was. Maybe we're always gonna try to do it again. Jump back again. For now, we can see what this game is, since it looks like both our plays are ready, and I don't expect we're going to redraw this one. It's Hook for the SNES. So we're probably getting some classic platforming gameplay. I never heard of this game myself, but 95% of SNES games are classic 2D platformers anyway, so the chances are with me here. We also have Roar drawing all over the screen. I also get to admire Roar's artistic.
Hey, FFAO, what have I told you about the window in the fun house?
Looks kind of broken.
Always leave it open. Oh, right, because the drawing that I attempted to do was still on the screen. Oh, I gotta go grab it. Right, but I'm so sorry. I left it up there. All right. The last of the wrinkles here. What do we got going on here? This is really weird. We have cropped the screen. Oh, okay. It's cropped to the wrong spot. I'll fix that. I see what's going on.
Cropping is hard.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It is, in fact, hard. You ain't lying. No lines detected. In fact, I gotta go back in there and erase one pixel because it's a jerk pixel. Being a jerk. All right, and they're off. We have Hook. Like I said, like we were trying to get allude to, it's Hook. So this is a very simple SNES platformer. It doesn't entirely commit the SNES sin of too big of sprites, which makes it reasonable to play. The jumps are very floaty. It's very easy to kind of soar a little bit here. And our goal is going to be beat stage 6.
Doesn't look like a very easy game if both are already dying or starting at the beginning this early.
So, yeah, one thing to get used to is just how floaty your jump is without your run. And you really don't go much distance. And there are plenty of enemies. There are a lot of enemies. Lunar Queen, we provide links to what's necessary. So here we are playing a normal game about a grown man dressing like a child and beating up kids.
Is that what the movie's about too?
No, the kids are on his side. The movie is about Peter Pan, except that he is completely grown up. And he left Neverland to chase after Wendy's daughter, and ended up growing up, getting old, and forgetting all about Neverland. And then until Captain Hook takes his kids hostage, and now he's got to go back and save them.
I feel feels wrong. I thought the whole thing about Peter Pan was never growing old.
Well, the other thing about Peter Pan is that it might be an allegory for death of children, so, you know. There's a lot of problems with Peter Pan. The writer, don't look it up.
Oh, so that's why we're getting children in this game.
Well, I mean, this is your training montage. They're teaching you to be Peter Pan once more. And I recommend the song Fly by Blind Guardian, having to do with Peter Pan. That's a fun song. So yeah, both of these players are getting beat up a lot here. They're not playing very cautiously. They're both playing extremely aggressive here and are getting bopped for it. I wonder if... Okay, JLambsy seems to be taking it just a little bit slower. The enemy density is reasonably high enough that you can't just cruise through this, basically. And JLambsy taking another hit. That's almost out, though. That power is not great. Yeah, JLambsy goes down again here.
One thing commentators always say is about the ability to go as fast as a game will allow you to go, and it looks like this game isn't allowing you to go very fast, and the players need to realize that. Wow, that one guy just getting absolutely destroyed by the rolling dude.
Yeah, like you said, the game going as fast as allows you to. There's a lot of understanding what that actually means that needs to happen. Some games you absolutely can go blisteringly fast, but I'd say that the movement of this game, the fact that you don't go particularly fast on screen, would be a good indicator that maybe you need to tone it down ever so slightly in terms of how you're doing things. JLambsy does seem to have found the ability to fly a little bit. I believe you have a meter. I don't remember if you actually have to... I'm trying to see where that spot was that you fly up there. If it was a ferry. So basically you collect Tinkerbell and you get to fly for a bit. And that's what your fly meter is. And I think it is empty right now. And now we get to fight Rufio! Remember how that guy was a badass when you were a kid, and then he grows up and you find out that he's the other badass in that other show that you really liked as a kid? The voice actor, of course, is known for also playing Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, okay, so that was a reference to two things I never watched. Makes sense.
I am so sorry for your childhood. Actually, to be fair, I only watched Avatar... I only watched Avatar when I was an adult. But JLambsy is past the first stage, now moving on to stage 2, or now is in stage 2. We've got plenty of annoyances here. We got vertical stages. I hope you like having trees to climb up and jump around. That one guy is definitely suffering from this first stage. Like, you've got to slow this down. Going slow may not seem fast, but getting set back is way worse than slowing down. Plus, that one guy did not realize how to get past that area. So, you got to hang out here, get your fly meter up, go for a bit of a flight. He's going really slowly here, actually. So... kind of concerning with that speed.
Doesn't really get the flying controls, I guess.
Don't go, where are we going? Why are we going backwards? Oh, trying to get that cherry, I guess? Yeah, good point. Here we go, we're flying. It's time for Rufio. That one guy has a chance to catch up here.
Flying over enemies is always a good idea. Anyone who's played Super Mario World would know.
And, oh, Rufio takes the win. But we get a rematch here. That is quite alright. I wonder how game overs are going to set him back. Now we have the annoying tree fight. So this guy is going to pop in and out of the trees. You have to find him, hit him, and sometimes he will throw a punchy fist at you when he goes and teleports instead of being him. And Rufio dies, foreshadowing what happens later on. The movie is 30 years old, people. Oh, flashing screen warning. Holy crap.
Stage clear from JLambsy. Didn't have much problems with the guy appearing in tree fight.
I do legitimately think the moratorium of spoilers is well beyond here. And what's more important is the spoilers for this game. They're going to soon be dealing with some annoying levels. So now here in Stage 3, as is the classic Stage 3 gameplay, you gotta climb up a mountain. I of course say that it's classic Stage 3 gameplay, referencing only Contra and nothing else. We've also got these plants that have like the little fairies that they pretend that they've got fairy fire for you, but then you get attacked. They're weird little children baiting eating monsters. But the advantage that Lambsy has right now is not going to... This isn't far enough to be like, oh, this is definitely a lost race. There is quite a bit of trouble to go, and it's entirely possible for any one of these racers to get stuck with what comes up soon. But it looks like JLambsy has figured out if you don't touch the fairy, they don't bite at you. Just don't fall for their bait. You run past them instead of jumping. JLambsy going for the Sword of Power! It's actually the Sword of Pan. I believe there is some situation, some references to Peter Pan having a special sword, but whatever. Oh, JLambsy just gets stuck inside the hitbox of a dude! You can't do that! The dude's hitbox reigns supreme! Which is actually a thing to note about this. Your hitbox does have a minimum range to it.
I think both racers have learned that the hard way, but this...
You know, as that one guy is now facing off against the jerks in the trees. Or the jerk in the tree. Flashing warning coming up in a little bit. After 3 hits, there's 1 hit. Don't get hit by the punchy fist.
It already flashes quite a bit after each hit. Yeah.
Oh, I told you not to do that, and yet you did it anyway. I love how the guy pokes his head out just long enough for you to think, oh, maybe I can get a smack in on him, but you can't. You can't. Oh, that one guy getting really bad pattern right now. Is trying to hang out here in order to hit the guy.
I think that was what JLambsy did as well, but this guy just being super rude.
Yeah, he's being real stubborn right now. I'd kind of hang out in the middle branch. I think that is actually where JLambsy hung out, was on the middle branch. Oh no! That one guy gets punched while trying to reach him. I mean, this is the safe route. As long as you don't get hit by an acorn, you'll eventually get the job done. Or you can get hit by the guy too. That's an option as well. Tiger, of course, petrifies you with his roar.
Doesn't damage you at least, so it's fine.
As we have a game over from that one guy. Oh, that's huge setback. It is back to the start of the stage.
Ooh.
I figured that might be the case, but...
At least one good thing about this game is that the knockbacks don't throw you that far back. had bad experiences when playing Ninja Gaiden and stuff, where you just get hit and you're dead.
Oh yeah. Nothing quite like the Medusa's head into a spike pit. The Castlevania classic. Or the Mega Man getting hit into a spike pit. Why was
Also
getting
a
knocked
classic.
back so common? I mean, I know why it's so common is because if you get knocked back and you have some iframes, it gives you time to adjust while not being able to just ignore it and move through. Yeah, that one guy is just not being nearly careful enough here. All right, now we've entered the Roiling Waves. This is an auto-scroller where we have to not get bopped by planes. And of course, this little mermaid is a jerk and will push you above the waves to get bopped. Thanks. Exactly what I needed with my life.
Very nice from you, Mermaid. Already got hit twice after respawning.
I mean, she's trying to be helpful. It is said that drowning is the most painful way to die, so she just wants to make sure that the bullet you take from a cannon is going to make this a little bit easier on you. All right. JLambsy kind of working this out here, figuring out how to stun the pirates. Got to drop down. Learning to work with the mermaid here, and is through the auto-scroller. Maybe you gotta figure out how to jump out of the water. Okay. Just get pushed out of the water, that's fine. Well, the fact that we have infinite flight here can't be good, right?
Sometimes it's good, you get better control of your character.
Okay, JLambsy figuring out that you gotta hit the dudes that popped out there. They'll pop out on either the left or right. And takes it down. That is stage 4 clear for JLambsy. Well, that one guy is still on stage 2. This is big lead now.
That was very close too. It looked like if hadn't hit the guy, would have taken a hit and died.
Yeah, it was definitely banking on the guy popping out before him. Meanwhile, welcome to, I believe, stage 5. We have the caves.
This forest stage looks really familiar to me. Now I'm thinking it's because I probably saw one race of this before and they spent most of their time here.
We have played this game a couple of times here on Mystery Funhouse, I do believe.
I can see why, because the stage looks really annoying.
My particular hate for the game comes from, you know, anywhere where there's auto-scrollers. We all know I hate auto-scrollers. Well-known auto-scroll decrier. JLambsy's kind of playing it a little bit safer nowadays, like, and it's definitely paying off. It's just Tog is unfortunately getting smacked by a lot of these, a lot of the little stuff. But I think it's starting to play even more careful than before at this point. But, oh, getting bopped by the guy below. Here we go. Can Tog get lucky cycles? Is he just going to play this completely safe until the lucky cycle hits? There's one. There's two. All right, big flashing warning, folks. Oh, not quite. Not quite. He's playing super safe. I don't blame him.
I definitely agree with this decision.
There it is! We get the clear! Yeah, you still got to go forward. It does not clear that you have to go forward after you beat up the boss. This cave is brutal because there's stuff, but there's a lot of verticality to it. And as we know with verticality, there's not, even with the 4:3 screen, it's not as easy to see what's above or below you. Now I'm questioning, wait, did we get to the top of the cliff and then have to go through the water? Or was that in fact stage 4 was the water part?
I think water was stage 4, yeah.
Okay. Oh, JLambsy figuring out the extra health and the extra life. That could be really, really useful here. And by could be, I mean is certainly to be. Just a little bit too high for the piranha. Meanwhile, it looks like that one guy has figured out the flowers pretty quickly as well.
I think JLambsy took a hit from exactly those two piranhas the last time. It's always a bit annoying when you're playing a game and you keep getting hit by the same enemies over.
Oh yeah. Oh, did a wise move in waiting for the game. Oh, was flying to stop yourself from landing on the floor where the potential enemy might be. The screen has stopped panning to the right. Are we there?
I think we're getting out of this cave. Oh, the stage clear.
Out we go, stage clear. On to the final stage of the goal now. Did you want ice physics in your already questionable running physics game?
I really didn't. But okay.
Well, too bad. You should learn how to ask for better things. The problem is that you didn't explicitly not ask for it, so it just kind of assumed.
Oh yeah, I need to learn that finesse now.
Taking a lot of hits here and getting petrified by the lion and just walking right past it because of the ice physics. Fantastic. Needing to swat down the bird is trying to get those cherries. Was tempted by the cherries.
I'm not sure how to get those cherries. I think you just get there with enough HP to do don't have to. Also still has 3 HP. Is that just carried over from the last stage?
It looks like it might be until you get a game over. That's really beneficial.
It does look like a tiger to me, but details.
Wait, what did I say?
Lion.
Giant cat!
It's a big cat. There we go.
Do I still want to go toe-to-toe with it in an arena? No, thank you. Actually, I kind of do. I guess, you know, there's that primal urge in me to see, can I actually fight a tiger?
I think I can spoil the answer to that question for you, but if you want to try, sure.
There's a lot of duders with shields down here. Oh, but that one was kind enough to drop a cherry? That one was kind enough to drop a cherry, too. I think JLambsy struck that third one just to make sure if there's cherries involved, we're getting them.
Yeah, the game's really oddly nice with those cherries here.
And we've made it to the final battle here, it looks like. And JLambsy looks like has already figured out how to fight this thing, just isn't exactly executing it correctly. It does indeed look like you need to pop the balloons and knock them down on top of them. Big miss there. And Tog gets past stage 3. Welcome to stage 4. JLambsy, unfortunately, looked like it was going to get 2 hits there for a moment, but it did not do it correct, or the way that might have been hoping for. Was
That's
wisely
2 hits.
waiting
If it's 3
for the
hits
good
like every
cycle.
boss. Yeah, there we go.
That's it. JLambsy just needs to run to the right. And JLambsy has officially entered top 8 with the complete losers bracket run, folks. Maximizing the amount of games you play in this tournament, JLambsy. And that one guy immediately forfeited.
Oh, didn't even catch that. Yeah, well, was not having fun with this game, it looks like.
Hello, JLambsy! Congratulations on maximizing your way to top 8.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. For my first MT, my goal was to win 1 game.
Yo!
Yeah, wow. I can't believe it.
Very nicely done. You did, like, I can see the stress. You lost the first game and then you had to run your way all the way through losers bracket. Meanwhile, we also have that one guy with us. Hello, that one guy.
GG's, that one guy.
Hey, congratulations. Great run.
Thank you.
That game did not look like it agreed with you, Tog.
I mean, the second we drew a retro platformer, I knew my run in this tournament was dead, to be honest.
That's fair.
They're my kryptonite, and they happened. And JLambsy has gotten only those and done great, and I'm happy for you. I made it to the beginning of stage 4.
Man, I don't know. I got very lucky and one-shot stage 2.
Pretty good.
Like, by pure luck. And then from there, it was just trying to figure out where I could go slow and where I could go fast.
Yeah, this game was a classic case of the old adage, you can go as fast as the game will let you.
Yes.
And needing to understand that this game does not let you go fast. It will hurt you for doing so. But you managed to, because you were both struggling on stage 1 for quite a while. In terms of just comparatively how long the rest of the race was, until it seems like you kind of slowed down a bit and it started to pay off. Because the enemy density is huge in this game.
Oh, it's one of those things where if you're not paying attention, you're just... Be glad you didn't get to the cave. That's all I'm going to say, is because the cave is just... Oh, here's spikes on the ceiling that drop down on top of you that your head or your HUD obscures. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I definitely don't feel bad about forfeiting.
There's no shame in forfeiting. Y'all, there's no shame in forfeiting. If you're not enjoying the game, by all means, you don't owe it your time at all. Well, Tog, unfortunately, that is gonna be your exit from the tournament this year. You put on a hell of a show, but in the end, you didn't quite make it to top 8. How do you feel about this year overall?
Well, I mean, you know, it's luck of the draw at the end of the day. Sometimes if I'm not gonna, learn platformers, then when I draw a platformer, this is what's gonna happen. So, I'm glad to have made it within an arm's reach of top 8, and maybe next year we'll make it there.
Yo, I appreciate that sentiment, that it's the luck of the draw, but you didn't exactly prepare for the draw, so... That's legitimate. Well, will we be seeing you next year?
Absolutely.
JLambsy, congratulations. Welcome to the top 8. We'll see you on March 22nd.
Well,
On
I'll be
GDQ.
there with
How you
bells
feeling?
on.
Oh, yeah. With bells
Nope.
on.
With bells on. You know, I'm a
Ooh.
lamb. I gotta have at least one bell on.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You got to at least have one bell.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you so much, both of you, for giving us an amazing race tonight. Folks, we are approaching the end. We are only a few matches away from finishing this thing off. Do we have any more matches on the schedule in the future? Let's find out. We have Triscorp versus Okami of Games in 21 hours and 48 minutes, and Fast Fruitman versus Yuga in 3 days. So we're going to be a little bit sparse here on the Mystery Tournament as we approach the last of our Lizards 8 matches. Let's see, how many more matches do we still have to go? We have login. Nope. Speedrunslive.challenge.com/Mystery Tournament 19. I was going to answer this very quickly, but failed to. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Or no, wait, those are the. Hold on. Top 8. We're there. We're there. We're not there. We're okay. It looks like we have 4 matches left. Just the Lizards 8 match is going. So it looks like we have 3 matches. Sorry, because this one fed in. So we have 3 more Lizards matches. So we'll see one more on that stage. Otherwise, we're approaching top 8. And yeah, you might see some vodcasts. Heck yeah. FFAO. You magical little beast, you, picking up this race at this time of evening. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's actually the afternoon here.
I mean, to be fair, it's like early evening here too, and it's like, but still, look, I'm trying to compliment you for a job well done. Take my compliment, damn you!
Thanks for getting some energy to the commentary here.
Thank you all for watching. We will be back in 21 hours and 47 minutes with more Mystery Tournament 19.
Yeah. Ooh.